I'm just attaching the trailer onto the back of this van to take the boat to the boat show, to the London Boat Show. The first time someone's walked to the North Pole, that was really something pretty special. First time someone like Amundsen got to the South Pole ahead of Scott, that was something special. Going around the world by sailboat, something special. But and in our minds, of course, human power around the world hadn't been done before, something a bit special. Well, I'm back in London now. I've been back 2 months since crossing the Meridian line early October, and the last, it's just been a really busy time, and not least just trying to adapt from the life of being on the road to the life of being in one place.
Crossing from probably Syria into Turkey and then into Europe proper, I knew that I was starting to get into the final furlong and was going to be arriving back in England fairly shortly. And I just started to see a trend developing, which was more order, more rigidity, more rules, regulations, video cameras filming what you're doing at any time.
Nothing else better to do, so I thought I'd drop by and say hi. Hi. What's your name?
Yes!
Nobody smiles here. Like, you go to some village in northern Sudan and they've got nothing, but they've all got these massive smiles on their faces, and they're spending a lot of time with each other. They actually have a sense of community. It's just given me a bit of an insight into what the different societies value. And our society obviously values money and status, and there are other societies that value community in its purest sense of the word, and I think that we can learn from those experiences. It's been difficult coming back to the rigidity, to the rules and regulations. It's like there's this kind of faceless, formless machine that's just running people's lives, and people are just working to pay bills. So many people I've spoken to are kind of miserable with what's happening, and they're just not able to kind of get ahead. Yeah, when I first got back, there was this big pressure to say that I was like, well, glad to be back, glad to be home. But to be honest, I never really felt it. I mean, I said that for the cameras in a way, because people really, I think, really got behind the whole trip, and there was a feeling of like, this was kind of a good story in amongst all the crap stories that the media normally runs.
It's 13 years out of your life. 13 years. What on earth?
I'm also become a little bit jaded, I suppose, and cynical about human nature. I think most people are, unfortunately, generally fairly greedy, and the human condition is we're pretty greedy, stupid, and cruel. It's like we will essentially end up dying off as a redundant species. We're a parasite on this earth, and we'll eat ourselves off the planet, and the planet will survive unless the Western society really figures out a different premise for it being in existence at all, over and above just money. Then the rest of the world's going to look to us as the example. They're all going to want the same thing. They're going to want the same stuff. They're going to want the fridges, they're going to want the cars, they're going to want everything else, and we're just going to eat ourselves off the planet.